Hi, it's Claudia from batesvision.com. Today I will show you part 2 of our computer neck tension release. Last time we worked on the neck muscles, especially the sternocleidomastoid, that big muscle that's responsible for rotating the head, bending it sideways, and also bending it forward. And we also worked on the masseter and the temples. The other muscle group that's really important to move your head and neck are the trapezius and the levator scapula. Both of them, including the rhomboids, also lift your shoulder blades up. So a lot of times when we have the phone here, we lift the shoulder blades, we're hunched over at the computer, and we're putting a lot of stress on those muscles, especially when we tilt the head forward. Maybe you're myopic, you're looking closer to the screen, or maybe you have presbyopia and you wear bifocal lenses and you tilt your head back, trying to look through the lower part of the lenses. So that creates a lot of stress on the neck and the upper back. So grab your yoga tune-up therapy balls and take them out of the tote. And I will show you this sequence at the wall. You can do the exact same thing on the floor. It will be a lot more intense. So if you do it at the wall and you're like, I don't feel all that much, try the same thing on the floor. And I'm also recommend that you use the balls on the skin because you're creating the shear, the grippiness of the balls on the skin, rolls the skin, and it really creates some shear and slide and glide in the superficial fascia. And also when you wear clothing, it can get rolled up in the balls. So if you can, do this at home and do it directly on the skin. If you want to do a little bit of a release in the office, you can of course do it on clothing. But again, it's going to be more efficient if you do it directly on the skin. So the first position is going to be, you can feel your shoulder blades, that bony ridge right here, and you will place the balls right on top of that shoulder blade edge, like in the middle of your shoulders. The second position will be a little bit lower. The balls will be next to each other on the left and right side of the spine, right underneath C7, that last vertebrae in your neck. And then the very last position is about 3 inches below that, roughly in the middle of your shoulder blades. So you're going to lean against the wall, step your feet a little bit away from the wall, have them a little wider than hips width apart, and then place the balls, like pin them between your upper back and the wall. And then close your eyes and just feel the balls on the trapezius and levator scapula, that muscle. And then start by bending your knees. So you will create a rolling up and down motion. Oh, that feels good. It's going to be a cross-fibering action. So the trapezius runs parallel to the shoulder blades in that area, almost parallel. And you're going to go against the grain of that muscle, so it's called cross-fibering. And then go sideways. And you might have to reset the balls a few times. They tend to roll off. And then you go sideways. So now you're stripping the trapezius and the levator scapula. And again, they tend to go up. So reset them as much often as needed. If you do this on the floor, you would lift your pelvis up. And I highly recommend putting it on a block, your pelvis, so you don't have to work so hard. And then go into second position, balls together right below the C7 vertebrae. And then also start by just feeling the balls. Now you're in the trapezius and rhomboid minor area. And then you start doing the same thing. So you're bending your knees and you're straightening them, rolling up and down. Then put a little bit more weight into the left side while you cross fiber the trapezius and the rhomboid minor, and then the other side. I can definitely feel more tension here because I'm right-handed. And again, I have to reset them. And then you can also move your arms. So inhale, lift your arms up, and then exhale, lower them. Do that a few times, like snow angel arms. When we used to do that as kids in the snow, we didn't have any tension back then, as far as I remember. Alright, so that's the last movement in this position, and then you're going to let the balls roll down a little lower, maybe 3 inches lower, right between your shoulder blades. You can, there's really no wrong spot. Find the spot that really feels you have a lot of tension, and then again, you do that cross-fibering up and down. Now you're in the rhomboid major area as well. And last but not least, give yourself a big hug. If you can, grab the inner edges of your shoulder blades, and then you're going to turn side to side. So the balls will roll parallel to the floor, stripping your rhomboid and trapezius. Oh, that feels so good. If you do a lot of push-ups, like the yoga push-ups or any other exercise, this will feel really nice. But even if you sit just hunched over the computer, these muscles get long, but because they carry your head and neck, they get really tense too. So release the balls. That's it for today. Thank you to the Yoga Tune-Up Therapy Balls for this great self-massage, and visit my blog at batesvision.com for vision tips and tips to release tension in your muscles all over your body. That's it for today. Goodbye.